Hi everyone, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule, and today I want to talk about sorry, let me just get my camera ready. So today I want to talk about the energy security board game. So this is basically a new concept that I have come up with based on my interview today, because today I had an interview with Bloomberg Arch TV. The television is based in Dubai, so it's an Arabic TV interview. But throughout the discussion, when we were discussing, I realized that we're just playing games in the energy sector. So, what do I mean by the energy security board games? First, we know that with energy security, really countries are most focused on ensuring affordable energy to their people. So there are issues of affordability, issues of reliability, and issues of supply. But with the current global energy crisis we're experiencing, which is basically um, it has been escalated due to the geopolitics that is between Russia and Ukraine. The Russian and Ukraine war has it has escalated the global energy crisis that we're experiencing right now. So with the current global energy crisis, we have realized that in the energy sector, we might be playing games. Like if we're not careful, we might just end up playing games in this sector. Why do I think we are playing games? Because initially, obviously, most of you are aware of the various climate change initiatives, the climate change goals that countries have been talking about, and so on. And in 2022, we're seeing that countries are really not focused on climate change goals or even initiatives. For instance, just recently, the UK has decided to rethink its reliance on coal, and they want to open a new coal plant which hasn't really been used for over 3 decades. And then we saw with the cut on the Russian oil supplies, we're seeing Russia now is turning to Asia as a new market for its energy resources. And then Europe, because it doesn't want to depend on the Russian energy resources or oil and gas, it's turning to new markets also in different regions, including Africa. For instance, Italy recently is considering to get more oil and gas supplies from African countries such as Algeria. Also, they're considering to get supplies from the DRC Congo, to get supplies from Angola. So, what kind of games a country is playing right now? Because the game is you really need to ensure energy security. But where are you going to get the reliable and affordable oil supplies or gas supplies? With the current sanctions, it means that they need to cut down their dependence on Russia. And Russia, on the other hand, has to look for new markets. So everyone is playing this game, and there are always losers and winners in this game. For instance, now like India, if it's to depend on the Russian oil and gas resources, it will be a winner in a way that it's getting oil and gas at a reduced price. And besides, India is one of the major energy consumers worldwide. With the big population, they need reliable and affordable energy. But then, on the other hand, when you're talking about the politics, the global politics, some countries or some diplomats might think, or they will be of the opinion that all Asian countries, including India, should be able to comply with the sanctions. Let them not play this game with Russia. Let them not appear to be allies of Russia. But at the end of the day, everyone is playing this game. Because if you have a population that is really faced with high oil and gas prices, as a policymaker, you need to find affordable resources. How is Europe doing this, or even how is the America doing this? First, the White House was are very persistent on asking Saudi Arabia to pump more oil. But obviously, the Saudis didn't do that. Then we saw Europe is also looking for more supplies from different regions. We are seeing more investments in oil and gas, more investments in coal, something that wasn't really there before because countries were focused on climate change. So they are really playing the game of ensuring that their people have access to affordable and reliable energy. But who is not playing the game? Most developing countries are not playing the game. Why? Because we're always focused on what is in the limelight. If it's climate change, okay, we need to really cut emissions. If it's green energy, everyone is going to be focused on green energy. If it's an issue of leave the resources in the ground, everyone will be focused on that. You're not playing the game. And yet most of the developing countries are the countries with lots of people without access to electricity. We're talking about a number of over 600 million people lacking access to electricity in sub-Saharan Africa. So you need to play the game of ensuring that those people have access to affordable and reliable energy. Because in the 21st century, right now as I'm speaking, um, April 24th, 2022, every country is playing the energy security game, which is really focused on getting affordable energy, reliable energy for their citizens. And with the energy security game, we're seeing that countries are really minimizing the impact of climate change. Countries are willing to invest more in coal. They're willing to turn back or even ignore the policies that they had made previously to ban funding for these fossil fuels. That is the game, and people really have to get into this game. But nevertheless, we need to ask ourselves, what is the impact of this energy security ball game on the global move to transition to a low carbon economy or even tackle climate change? Obviously, the impact is very obvious. When faced with energy security issues, people will be more focused on ensuring affordable gas supplies for their citizens, and they will undermine the climate change initiatives or even goals. But however, this is the time where we need to be practical on some of the key issues or strategies that countries can employ to tackle climate change in a practical way. Because now we need strategies that are really focusing more on investments in clean technology, because that seems to be like the only way to really tackle this challenge of climate change. Because other policies of banning funding for fossil fuels in the 21st century, they have failed. They have failed. So everyone should get into this game, the energy security ball game. Don't be the loser, be the winner. Play the game. Because if a country doesn't play this game, your citizens will end up being affected by the current developments we're seeing in the energy sector. And this is the very interesting stage in the international oil and gas industry, because we're seeing a lot of developments. We're seeing a lot of hypocrisy. We're seeing a lot of game changing events. So countries really need to think ahead, be realistic about the strategies, because if you're not realistic, then you will lose out. For African countries, before you rush to even um, export the resources to Europe, ask yourself, what are your energy needs? Are you going to play the game by enabling other people to win, or are you going to also play the game by enabling your citizens to be able to benefit? So it's an energy security ball game. I'll be writing more research on that, because I feel really this is the right time to be an energy expert, because a lot is happening, and we really have to stay open and be realistic, because everyone is playing the game. Everyone is playing the energy security ball game. So briefly, that was actually my discussion today on that Dubai TV, but my discussion was in Arabic, and I know some of my followers are really they don't speak Arabic, so I thought it's a good time. I thought it's best for me to also discuss this in English, but my interview was in Arabic, and we're focused on the various developments in the energy sector, Russia depending on the Asian markets, and then the EU depending on the African markets and other markets. So, and for me, I've come up with this concept of the energy security board game because it's just a game people are playing, and we really need to get into that game and play so that we're not the losers. I'll be authoring various research insights on these new concepts that I have come up with. So you can check out our website, Nalule Energy and Minerals Consultancy. That is our consulting firm. Of course, you have to involve us in consultancies. So you will find more research there and also more videos. Have a lovely day. It's a Sunday, so have a blessed Sunday. Stay safe and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much and bye bye.